Direct lending's seen a lot of change the last, I don't know, is it 5, 10, 15? Hard to say exactly. I think you are continuing to see growth of the sector. In addition, I think you will continue to see kind of, whether you want to call it fragmentation or niches being made, that kind of people really own an independent niche versus just kind of playing opportunistic all over. So that's what I would envision, is just continued growth and then real kind of, is it specialists or just real domain focus? So going back, I don't even know if it's 20 years probably before the great financial crisis, banks used to be doing these type of loans all day long. I think when people hear private credit, they think, oh, this is something new or more risk, and that's not really true. Banks have been doing these type of loans, frankly, for as long as banks have existed. What happened is there was a lot of regulation, which caused banks to move out of kind of the debt and really the cash flow lending world. But in addition, banks have consolidated. There are a lot fewer banks today. One stat I heard was it went from kind of 15,000 to 4,000 today. And that's really what's led to the growth of private credit. We don't see banks in our segment. In our segment, banks are really only doing asset-backed financing. They're not doing cash flow-based loans. Where you see banks are in the upper market or even sometimes the kind of upper core middle market. And they'll ebb and flow. This year you've seen banks back. Last year there were really no activity from banks. So it just kind of depends on the macro environment, depends on their own capital charges, et cetera. I don't think banks are going anywhere, but they will continue having less and less of the pie every year is what I would expect. This is a great event to meet other GPs, so kind of networking from a GP side to connect with either old colleagues, old friends, and hear what they're doing. But then also, very importantly, to meet kind of a different type of investors. So it could be an equity investor who's here. It could be a CLO investor who's here as part of kind of the ABS conference as well. Or ultimately just the kind of warehouse lines or structured finance. So for us to have this event where you have so many people here really just makes time efficient.